What are the factors that determine that things happen the way they happen? And what is it that determines that it didn't happen any other way? And so on with each and everything that happens to us in our life. The way it happens, it behaves in a very funny manner. Things that happen to us, almost all of them are unexplained to us. They are unresolved mysteries. And it is these unresolved mysteries, they stay stuck in our consciousness. They become like icebergs in the clear water. They are like गांठें रह जाती हैं जैसे जहन में. Unsolved mysteries. They are like the leaks in the empire that we are. If there is a leak, the whole power vanishes and we are again back to ground zero where we started from. So it is very important to find out these leaks and plug them. Find out those icebergs, and now it's the time to melt them away in order for us to realize what are the factors, what is the process that goes about. So there is this kind of a reflector, basically a mirror. Earth is also called a mirror hologram. There is this thing which is like the soft part of the insect, and it's made of that texture wherein it's a rubbly, grey kind of a texture, dense, slimy goo kind of a structure, which is kind of round in shape. That is where all the things are being sprayed to us from the other side. Remember in the Matrix movie when we have the reality playing in front of us in terms of physical things that we see, but behind it's all codes, it's all coding, it's all just let's imagine that it's pipelines running through, making sure that the physicality that we see in front of us with the given limited amount of senses that we have, the reality that we perceive with those senses, how it becomes possible is because of that coding which runs behind this reflector, this mirror. Now that coding is where the infinite lies, the nothingness lies, everything, the absolute. This thing is constantly catching each and every thought and emotion that we are releasing. हम यहाँ से अपना thought release करते हैं and this thing is blocking us from looking ahead. Ahead is the everything, non-physical, the nothingness. जो हम कहते हैं कि भाई यहाँ पर इस dimension में present moment में ढूंढो. Now it is in the spaces, it is in the gap, it is in the silence. Because when we are in the present moment, we are not releasing any thought. When we are not releasing any thought, we do not have any mirror. This is the mirror. We do not have any mirror to reflect our thoughts and our emotions back to us. It is how we reflect our thoughts and our emotions which tell us who we actually are. So this is how we form our self-image through these thoughts and emotions whichever we release. Even if we get from negative thought patterns to positive thought patterns, and we have now a self-image of a wonderful, all-renounced monk or a famous superstar or a celebrity or a world leader or whatever, it is still eventually a thought pattern. It is still eventually just a thought. And now this mirror, what it does is, this is the same observer which we have always also called Ghoul energy in the past or the Jabberwocky energy. They immediately send the opposite corresponding vibration to what our thought or our emotion is, in order to keep us, द्वैत कहते हैं ना, duality, yin and yang, how yin and yang ties into the whole equation. जब हम thought और emotion release करते हैं यहाँ से, तो ये जो है हमें इसके पार नहीं जाने देना चाहता, नॉन फिजिकल में, ये हमें फिजिकल में रखना चाहता है. और फिजिकल में रखने का इसका तरीका बिल्कुल सिंपल है, कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. क्योंकि एक कॉज होगा तभी उसका इफेक्ट देगा. हम कॉज यहाँ से रिलीज करते हैं, ये उसका इफेक्ट दे देता है वहां से. हम यहाँ से एक थॉट और इमोशन रिलीज करेंगे, ये उसको रिफ्लेक्ट कर देगा. एक हम अगर बहुत ही पॉजिटिव और एक्सटेटिक, आई एम सो हैप्पी, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन वी रिलीज दैट इमोशन, तो ये इसका एग्जैक्ट ऑपोजिट वाइब्रेशन जो है हमारी तरफ स्प्रे करता है. लिटरली स्प्रेज दोज वाइब्रेशन टुवर्ड्स अस विच हवर अराउंड अस, एंड देन जो वो थॉट्स हैं वो भी आ जाते हैं कई बार हमारे अंदर. तो लाइक अ रोलर कोस्टर वी गो from extremely high thoughts to the negative thoughts. तो ये जो चीज पूरी की पूरी बड़ी complicated बनाई जाती है और basically what the problem is that we are not able to tie up the whole thing in this one basics, the essence of what all is happening. Now whatever you talk about under the sun or over the sun ties into this simple thing. If you talk about negative energy, ghosts, parasites, ghoul, it is all just energy. But energy is a very drab word. It doesn't define so many various different kinds of energies that are there. So to conclude the whole thing, it is very important to understand that this thing is as difficult as it is easy. Maybe we don't understand the universe because we cannot think like the universe. As we keep manifesting monsters after monsters through the reflector by getting angry each and every day. This reflector, this is the primate humanoid state of mind, and it is always attempting to judge whatever comes its way. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? Just by being the observer of them, these thoughts and emotions lose their energy. We'll be discussing a lot more in the coming parts how we can catch these thoughts before they reach the reflector, which eventually makes us see the other side of it, the non-physical. That's what it's all about.